Recording. Good afternoon and welcome to my Lifebook TBC broadcast number 295. Broadcasting out of Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Ki Pure and I'm addressing the Billy and Coin community. Like it's been pretty thin on the blog all week, but there is some stuff in here I'm going to go through, and I got to share the screen, and then we'll go and log into the back office. Right, okay. There we go. And we'll go to the cookie rewards area, and we'll let it load. It takes a long time to load, and we saw that yesterday. Now, before it hasn't loaded yet with that cookie rewards giant ball there, but as you see over here, the maximum amount of TBC coins that can be given to an individual through cookie rewards is 100 lifetime total TBC coins. Okay, now that's changed, and when you see this load up fully, you'll see there's a change, and I will go back to it a little bit later on. Okay, now let's go into this one. This one is still up and running right now, same as the 24-hour, 48-hour rapid rewards. That's still going at the same time. This is still going. Okay, now people might say they can't afford to purchase a TBC coin. Right, well, a lot of people can't afford to purchase a TBC coin straight off, which is 40 grains, the very bottom one here. That's why admin has done this program where you can max out up to 40 grains by using these small ones, see, like 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on, until you get a maximum of 40 grains instead of trying to pay one whole lump sum. Okay? Instead of trying to pay one whole lump sum. And it pays for you, and I mean, whoever's watching it pays for you to have a whole coin before it gets to the stage where you will have anything but a whole coin, but you will have smaller parts of TBC, which are Kringles, below one whole coin. Okay, and you really don't want that. You really don't want to be one of those who have less than a whole coin. You really don't want to be there. Now, I'm just going back and forth so this thing can keep loading, because let's just sit here till it loads. Remember, that's $100 showing you there. Not $100, sorry. Okay. I don't know what's happening. It seems to take a long time. It says cookie rewards is 100 lifetime total TBC. Now, I did bring this up the other day, but for some people, and I think it's from 10 coins, from 1 up to 10, only has this amount that they can go for. The rest is 1,000. Here we go. Now, you see where that's changed down here? You have now, it's gone tenfold, 1,000 lifetime coins. See that down there? Whereas it was. And, okay, this is not the last of the redemptions. This November, there will be more redemptions coming, monthly redemptions coming through. If you saw the blog, the one on Facebook from MBay Direct, he said there are more redemptions coming because we need to empty the admin wallet before we can actually transfer to the next stage, which is the economy stage. In order to remove whatever coins admin has there, people have got to be broadcasting, or so they can help empty that wallet out. And by broadcasting, you get 1,000 million cookies per broadcast. Your send button meetings that you attend go up to 1 million. And that's the only way we're going to empty it, because you don't purchase any coins of admin. Remember, your purchases are peer-to-peer. They are not from admin. And because admin is still sitting on a lot of millions of coins, they cannot afford to, they can't move to the next stage until we've emptied out that wallet. So that's why you would have seen MBay Direct on Facebook this morning saying it must be done before, otherwise we will fail. That's all it is. So the order is to move those coins out of the admin wallet. This was a projection. This last redemption obviously didn't go through, and the readings were on the wall then when we didn't even make 50,000 of the 100,000 admin credits. So the writing was on the wall then. But like I said, if you saw the brief live post that MBay directed on Facebook this morning, he's telling you how it is. So we need to get our butts up and get those coins moving out of the admin wallet before it's too late. And you can't purchase them, remember? You can only get them out of there through rewards. Okay. So we got a redemption coming up in less than 2 weeks, or somewhere around there. That's the 1st of November through to the end of November. So whatever you need, like I said, every month probably going to be a redemption month until we get to where we're meant to be. Okay, so 2020 might be a late coming. Okay, and okay, now MBay Derek also brought this up here, at this part here, the holiday 2019 promo. Remember, people say they can't afford, like I just finished reading, can't afford to purchase a coin. Rubbish. This is why Admin Credits has created this program where you can use these small ones to purchase like 4 tens, do 10 purchase of four grains. Okay, until it adds up to 40, there's your 1 coin. Admin understands that a lot of people don't have that sort of money, like as in 40 grains or $100, whatever the value of 1 whole TBC is. But you should have enough for 4 grains. Okay. Now, remember, November still coming. The redemption is on the way. And this thing, they were hoping, or they still are hoping, that the holiday promo, remember, when we took on this holiday promo to 2019 promo, when we took it on, you didn't even have to do broadcasting to earn a ticket. Okay. So if I go and open up this, click here. Here we go. 2019 promo cookie rewards poster and article. Okay, as January 19 comes to a quick close, we have converted the holiday promo into the 2019 promo. How long will this 2019 promo last? It will last until we fill all of that billionaire positions, which is 1,111,111. Okay. Now, they're predicting that we will fill this by the end of November. Now, that makes it tough on people who still haven't got a coin. Once this is filled, it's pretty much impossible to purchase a TBC coin. So you've got about 5 to 6 weeks to make up your mind and purchase a coin, or you never will have that chance after that. Okay. At the top of the 10 by 9 matrix, holding one whole TBC coin qualifies you to be one of the TBC billionaires. It will be 1,000 times harder to acquire Kringles in the distribution phase once all of the billionaire positions are filled. And like they're predicting, they were wrong at the first time, but they seem to think they're going to be on target with these billionaire positions being filled by the end of November. So what they're saying it is here, it's going to be really, really hard to get a coin. So get in now. You have, 6 weeks, 5 weeks? You'll have enough there if you go in and purchase from, let's say, 8 grains and up. So you go 4, 8, 32, 5 times 8 grains, so that's 5 weeks. Maybe you better do a couple of 12 grains and some smaller ones there, get it done before this ends. So what they're saying down here, don't make the mistake of believing that today's growth pattern will also be the same for tomorrow ongoing. We achieved so much in 2018 to relieve people of their doubts about the TBC. The lawfulness of TBC operating free from government regulation is clear to anyone that reads the public notice. See, people need to get down there and read their blog instead of throwing questions at MBA Direct, this and that, and things like that. And all the answers are in the blog. So the goodness of TBC is unquestioned when you read the Kringle mission statement. The merchant listing shows the seriousness TBC is taking towards the use of Kringle as a medium of exchange for goods and services globally. The fact that we are still here 3 years later demonstrates our durability, so expect hundreds of daily sign-up to turn into thousands of daily sign-up and then tens of thousands of daily sign-up as we grow exponentially in 2019 and quickly fill all the billionaire positions. Okay, but take good note of that first paragraph up here. Okay, here we go. Accumulative transactions. Hope you all know the meaning of the word accumulate. It means you are not stuck on the first transaction you do in TBC. To be locked into your 2019 promo cookie rewards, even if your first transaction was only 4 grains. You can do additional transactions, so there you go, that will add another additional 36 grain to maximize this promo. So 36 of 4 is 40. That's what they're talking about. So it will all accumulate until you max it out at 40 grains. No worries to get started. Just get in where you fit in, whatever you can afford. Then later you can add to it. As for the New Zealand teams, my wife and I, we have a reasonably big team they have no worries because they have whole coins. As the rest of the world need to have a good look at this blog. Okay, transaction cookie reward, and that's for two reasons you need to look at this blog. We need to empty that wallet out pretty quickly, and we can only empty it out by doing rewards, cookie rewards, broadcasting, referrals. Referrals is a good one because you get 10 million. For every two you bring in, you get 10 million cookies. That's emptying out that wallet. So 4 grains will get you 100,000 cookies, while 8 grains get you 250,000 cookies. If you do several small transactions, the reward is the same as though you did one large transaction. For example, if you did 10 4 grains here, transactions you will get is 100 million cookies. There you go, 100 million cookies, and that is one whole TBC, and that's what you're after. One whole TBC, even if you do 10 grains of 10 times 4 grains. This is 40. The same as if you did 140 grain transaction. So, one way or another, all members are encouraged to do 40 grain transaction or actions to maximize the benefits to all. To all. Per referral cookie reward. Okay. The more you do in transactions, the more cookies you will receive when you sponsor others to join TBC. This will not work retroactively. Think of this like a ladder. You get rewarded for your referrals based on the rung you are on this ladder. If you are on the 4 grain rung of the ladder when you sponsor your first referral, then you will get 1 million cookies for that referral. 1 million cookies. Here you go. For that referral. Then let's say you're on the 20 grain rung on the ladder. When you sponsor your second referral, you will get 5 million cookies for your second referral. But you will not get the extra 4 million cookies retroactively for your first referral. Okay, not as the key word in the last sentence. The 40 grain rung rewards 10 million cookies per referral. So do your best to get up to this rung as fast as you can and sponsor like mad dogs while this 2019 promo lasts. Okay, so in reality, you can do it that way, or you can get out and broadcast like I'm doing to you. Because each broadcast that you do and admin approves, very rarely they don't approve broadcasts, as long as they're pretty much close to 30 minutes talking about TBC and nothing else, which is fair enough. You stand to make 1 million cookies. Now, if you do one broadcast a week, well, I do mine Monday to Friday, so they're 5 million cookies. But when you do the send button meeting, each meeting you attend, whether it's pre-recorded, you also get 1 million cookies. So that's another way of helping to empty out the admin wallet. So you don't just get the 1 million cookies for broadcasting, you get it for attending the send button meetings, which in New Zealand, it's Tuesday mornings. Every other place in the world, I believe, is a Monday morning. And you go into your back office, into the send button meeting, put the correct keyword into the correct place, then you have 1 million cookies there, only if you are a broadcaster. If you're not a broadcaster and you attend those send button meetings, I've said this numerous times, you will only receive 1,000 cookies. 1,000 times less than 1 million. So that's another way us broadcasters are helping to empty out the admin wallet. You can't go in there and buy them out. You only purchase peer-to-peer, which is your sponsor or whoever else. Okay, so if we go back up here, and I've got to lose this. Okay. Here we go. Remember, this one starts in November, first coming. Pay to gather in as many cookies as you can, like going in and viewing the send button meetings, which are these ones here. You have 10 send button meeting hosts, but not all of them do send buttons meetings that they should be doing. You average out of between about 7 and 8. There's 2 permanent there. I don't think they will ever come back, but hey, doesn't matter. And yeah. So remember what I said, if you don't even have any coins, or if you have 1 coin, you might not see that 1,000 over here. So I'll just highlight it so you know where you're looking. Otherwise it will say, or most probably say 100 lifetime cookies. And you get them through cookie rewards, like broadcasting, like I'm doing now. You know, it's the only way we are going to empty that admin wallet out. And the writing has been on the wall for some months now, because they have been talking about it. Admin is saying we will not fail. So if we don't want to fail, then we best be getting people in there to do the cookie rewards pretty quickly. Okay, seeing I'm on this section, I've spoken about, sorry about that, spoken about this, it's so easy to purchase. You know, before this promo came up, this is what happened. And I'll just go to this one. Before that 2019 promo got up, if you were a broadcaster and you went to purchase 1 whole coin, which is 40 grains, exchange of 40 grains that you line here, you will get 100 million cookies, which is 1 whole TBC, which is 1 million Kringwood. Now you pay the same thing if you're not a broadcaster. 40 grains, exchange of 40 grains, you only get 100,000 as cookies for the same price, less than the whole TBC. So the best option there is become a broadcaster. Okay. So go hard out. You got this month, you got November, December, and we'll probably end up doing redemptions in January, maybe February, maybe, depends how low that wallet is. Okay, but if everybody's been reading their blog and not going and asking questions on like Facebook, where are we at and why haven't we moved this far and so on, when the blog is right there to read. That's what you call pretty cheeky. Now you know where we're at. Okay, I'm just going to get back down here, and here you see distribution page. Yeah, this is all really exciting news because we're getting closer and closer to where we should be. We should be, but there's just been a little minor hiccup here that's holding us back, which is trying to empty that admin wallet. Okay, get all of those coins out of there. So for those who are referring, you know, try and encourage your referrals to purchase. And when we showed you how you can purchase a whole coin, they need this for their benefit. It's for the benefit of all, how we move those coins out of the admin wallet. Okay. The gift is free. That's not included. Okay. Rapid rewards, that's still in play right now. 24-hour rapid rewards and the 48-hour. You know, when you're referring to people, that's 10 million cookies. Even if you're a broadcaster, there's still 10 million cookies. Even if you're not a broadcaster, there's 10 million cookies you get. So you make more, obviously, broadcasting. And you're helping to empty that wallet out. Okay. 40 grains. We'll go into the coin and see how much 40 grains is worth. That's what you need to purchase your coin. So let's see what 40 grains. If I type in 40, there are, it's at 124 US dollars right over here. That's what 40 grains is. Okay. But all you do is, when I purchase coins of somebody, if they if they're after money to be helped out and they're willing to sell a coin or so on, so forth, I purchase and $100. Okay. And it calculates that back from there. Okay. So think about it. Just go take that back out. The gift is, even the gift is worth a lot of money today. You just take off the last two zeros and you got 250 Kringle coins. 250 Kringle coins. I'm not quite sure how much in dollars that is, but it's quite a bit. Like I said, rapid rewards are on now, 24-hour and 48-hour, and those will keep going until we have done what we meant to have done, meant to be doing. For the broadcasters and the other ones helping out real hard trying to get this sorted out, we're doing well. Just need to encourage the new referrals is to get onto their laptops or their computers and start broadcasting. That helps. Broadcast how you feel about TBC. So that'll be really good. And this is the Send Button meeting. New Zealand time hours are on Tuesday morning, every Tuesday morning at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So that's not too bad. It used to be worse than that. We're in the referrals 100 plus, and you'll see that being advertised in the Send Button meetings, especially the English and broadcasters. Here we go. Become a broadcaster. Okay. Right. I'll stop sharing. And that's probably me for the day. So yeah, we need to work really, really hard to move those coins out of the admin wallet. Admin has mentioned it before in their blogs. And I've even seen it, and I have even brought it up in broadcasts. So one more broadcast tomorrow, which is Friday over in New Zealand, and that's me for the week, and we're into our weekend, and then we'll start back again following Monday. But anyway, until tomorrow, go in peace, and have a good day, good afternoon, or good morning, whatever it is in your country. And thank you so much. Stop recording, please.